Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Sylvia and my channel's all about art and craft. Now today I want to show you how I make a card like this. And yes, it is a card, but at the same time you can place either a gift card in either side here, or you can actually put money into it. So it's basically a little wallet. But when you open this up, this is where you do your personal greeting. And with this one I actually use Velcro. However, I'm not going to make exactly the same one. I'm going to make a different one. And with the other one, I'm actually going to use these 1-inch magnet discs instead to see if it comes up a little bit better. So this is going to be a trial and error. However, everything else I'll take you through. And what we'll also be doing is creating an envelope where it fits into it. Now the envelope is a lot bigger for one reason and one reason only. Because this is so bulky, I wanted to make sure that it fits in easily and comes out easily. So it's basically two things in one for this. So I'll grab all my pieces and I'll grab my scoreboard. Now the first piece is basically an A4 sheet of paper, well, cardstock. Okay, now this measures 5 inches across. Okay, so basically go 5 inches across and just cut straight through. Leave the length because we need the full length of the A4. Then what we're going to do is, and basically the way I do my scoring, because I've learned since, is actually move it down a little bit. Okay, and then I grab my tool and I go at 5 inches straight down, then again at 10 inches, again straight down, and then go up to the next one and straight down. Okay, so you'll have 1, 2, 3 score lines. Then you're going to turn it around and put where the 2 score lines are up to the top, and there you're going to score at 2 up to the first line and 3 inches up to the first line. Okay, so that's the first piece that you're going to need. Now I'll put that over to one side. Then we've got another piece which is 5 inches wide by 10.5 long, and on this we're going to score at 1/4 inch, 5 1/4, and 10 1/4, and then we're going to turn it around and score at 1/4 inch all the way down. Okay, now I've already got my double-sided tape on there because I wanted to make sure that this video be done a little bit quicker. Now for the little pockets to put your gift card in, I've got 2 pieces which are 2 1/4 wide by 5 1/4 long. Okay, and again score at 1/4 inch on all 3 sides, so you do that twice. Then to make our little fake coin section where we end up keeping our greeting card, you're going to need a piece that's 10 inches wide, and you're going to score at 4 and at 8. Okay, and all I've done is grab my little corner punch and I just punch the corners there. Okay. Then you're going to grab a piece of white cardstock, and this one is just over 9.5 inches long, and we're going to score at in between 3 3/4 and 4, so we score there, and then the score notch just before the 8 inches, you score there as well. Okay, and then you fold those in a minute. Then for our decorations, these two are going to be front and back, and this one is 4 3/4 by just shy of past 4 1/4, and this one is 4 3/4, and again just shy of 4 1/4, like just shy past 4 1/4, sorry. So they're slightly different sizes, but that's fine. Then for, let me find them again, just for one of these, because we want to make sure we've got one that fits there as well to dress it up. This one is 4.5 inches by 1 3/4. Then put that back over there. For the coin section, for the bottom piece, you want 4.5 by 3 3/4, and for the top piece you want 4.5 by 1 3/4, and again just round off the corners. And then we want another piece which is 2 3/4 by 3/4 of an inch. Okay, now the one thing I didn't do on this is put any score lines into it, which I should have done. So this easy way of doing it, I'm going to grab this, I'm going to turn it around that way, because this is going to sit sort of there. Okay, so I'm going to have to make sure I hold it straight, and that way I can just give it a score, light score, and then I can bring it in here, line it up, and give it a good scoring on both notches, just like we want it for the other one. Okay, so that way we can fold these over as well, and I'll show you an easy way of doing it. Now the other pieces I've got, this is going to be for the front, and it's going to say Dad. Now this wallet is going to be for Father's Day, so this will go in on the front of your little purse thing. It'll have Happy Father's Day there, and then when you open it up, that's where you put your personal greeting. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this out of the way, and I'll quickly show you a couple of things that we need to do. The first part is we've got to cut these two pieces out. Okay, now the easiest way I find is using my X-Acto knife, and what I'm going to do is move it on the inside just past the score line, because we want to cut the score line out. Okay, and what you're going to do is go to that second, just past that second score line, and you're just going to cut it just like that. So basically there's your piece, and then you're just going to do the same thing again. Come just past the score line and cut that piece off, and you're going to do exactly the same thing on the other side. Again, up to past the second score line. There we go. So now we have that little flap. Okay, and what you're going to do, where did I put my scissors? Really? Did it run away from me? Oh dearie me. Okay, I'm going to grab different scissors. My favourite one's gone walkies somewhere, don't know where. I'm not going to spend time looking for it. So anyway, so with this one here, what you want to do is take the corners out. Okay, and what I actually like to do is just put a tiny little wedge in, just to make it a little bit easier when we put the cart together. Just like that. Okay. You're going to do it same with this piece. And the only other one we've got to do it to is this one here. So do exactly the same thing. And now we are ready to burnish everything. Now, before I start speeding up the video, because you know you don't need to watch me do every single piece, I'm going to show you something. When it comes to this piece here, the best way to reinforce those score lines and burnish it is to use a ruler. Okay, so that was to the first score line, and then you just move it up a bit to go to the second score line, and then you can sort of fold it over without getting it crooked, and then you can use your tool to burnish it, and you can do the same for that second score line, just like that. Okay, so that's pretty much the only other thing that I really needed to show you, which can be a little bit tricky. So you can watch me, I'll speed the video up, watch me, you know, put it all together, and When I'm done with that, I'll come back, show you the end result, and then we'll move on to doing the envelope. Okay, all completed. Now, magnets don't seem to be that strong, so I'm not sure if I did the right thing by purchasing them, but hey, they're supposed to be for this, so who knows. It was worth a shot. Next time I probably would do it with the Velcro. This one seems to be okay, it's just this one here that doesn't want to, so I don't know what's going on there. Never mind, it was a trial, so you know, if you don't try things out then it won't happen. Now I discovered, because I closed this too quick, because I was trying to get this over and done with, all I'm going to do is cut another piece of white cardstock out and just stick it over the top so it makes that disappear, so I'm not too concerned about it. However, this has given you guys an idea, and that's the main thing. Now, you see what I mean? unless it's the fact that it's resisting there, I don't know. Anyway, I'm not too concerned about it. So, now, for the envelope, what you're going to need is a piece of cardstock, which is 9.5 by 9.5 inches, because what we're going to do is we're going to make this a 6-inch envelope. Okay? Now, just so that you know, I've kind of worked out something with this, because I seem to have this struggle finding the groove there. Okay? Don't ask me why, I just do. Anyhow, now if I have a look at here, for the 6 by 6, got to have the paper size 9.5 by 9.5, which we've got. Okay? So what we want to do is score it at 4 3/4. Okay? So 4. Oh boy, yeah, 4 3/4. 4 3/4. There it is. Boy, oh boy. Okay. So, what is it that I do? I don't go from there. I actually start from here, and I move up, like so. Because if I don't get the spot, and I end up going all over the place. So, punch it, and now we can just line these up, and apparently I must have moved because the line is wrong. Why? It is too. Wow. Fancy that. Okay. There it is. See? I'll go off it. I don't know why I do that with this scoreboard. Anyway, that's okay. We'll put that at the bottom. That's not a problem. And then all you do, and luckily I do check, okay? Although they say you don't have to look anymore, you just follow your score line. If you've done what I've done, then it ends up being completely off. Okay, so I'm going to punch it. Now I'm going to try it again from here. Maybe I can get it this time. Oh, look at that. I did it. Because I have struggled for some unknown reason. I don't know why. So that's why I thought, oh, well, I'll just start there. But what did I do? I made it crooked. So, okay. So we'll line that one up. Make sure it's in the right spot as it should be. Punch. Score. One more. Punch. Now I'm finding it. Maybe because I was using a different tool. So there you go. Learn something every day. And I haven't really used this all that much. So, okay. So now I'm going to have to decide which one is my top. Now, as far as I'm concerned, this can be at the bottom. So I'm going to make this my top. So what we're going to do is round off that corner. Just like that. And then we do like we always do. Fold and reinforce the score line. Now, with this, I find if I join these two up first and then do this one last, it comes up quite perfect, so to speak. I wouldn't say perfect, but yeah. And it doesn't matter which way you glue it together, just glue it. Okay, I'm just going to put a little bit there. Press it down. There we go. Hold it there for a minute. And while I'm holding that, I'm actually going to start putting the glue along here. Like so. Fold it over. Job done. Now, generally what I actually do is I just put some double-sided tape along here so that when I'm ready to mail it or whatever, it's ready to do so. Now, decorating the front. Now, because I'm not sure whether I'm going to do it for my dad or whether I'm just going to sell it or what I'm going to do. So what I've done is I've just made this piece up, okay, because this will kind of go with that, okay. So, and you can do your writing there. This is just, you know, more for if you want to hand it to the person rather than mailing it. So I suppose you could still use it for mailing it, despite the fact that you're decorating it, but yeah, each to their own. You do you, I do me. Simple. Okay. So we're going to try and kind of center it more or less. Get it reasonably even. And I'm just going to make sure it stays down like so. And now our wallet cart / gift fits into the envelope just like that. And as I say, you know, you can decorate it or you can just leave it as is and, you know, mail it to whoever. Now I'm going to actually have to leave this out for a little bit until the glue dries, otherwise it's not going to stick. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to give us a thumbs up, and if you're new to my channel and you'd like to see more of my videos, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notifications, which is the most important part, because that way you get notified when there's a new video coming up. Now, I will be doing a lot more cards that have a multi-purpose, as in something like, you know, the wallet for dad, or, you know, for your brother or uncle, you know, boyfriend, whatever, husband, you know. The way I look at it, this is a great way to, like, especially if you haven't purchased them an actual gift, because you don't know what to get them, for instance, you know, you can put a bit of cash in there, you can, you know, put a gift card in there, you can create your own little, I don't know, tags or something that you can stick in there as a memory thing. You know, just use the imagination, okay? Now, if you decide to do this, and you want to share it with me, be sure to go to my Facebook page. The link is down below. And, you know, you can put your photo up of your creation of your version of a dad's card or brother's card or son's card or husband's card, boyfriend, you know. The way I look at it, this is more for mail. I will be doing one which is going to be a female version. So, you know, that way you can, you know, send something to your girlfriend or whoever. And yeah, I think I'll stay away from these magnets because they're not really, doing too well, although it's holding up this time, so must have needed a little bit of time, you know. But anyway, as I say, you do you, I do me, and we'll be happy, you know. We'll put our own little spin to it, and, you know, really, you know, if you wanted to, you could actually make it smaller so that this will actually fit a lot better. By the way, when I did this, it is one of my dies that I got not that long ago, which is this one here, okay? But what I did was I actually used my embossing mat over the top, when after, you know, card, then this on top, just so that it would, you know, indent it a little bit more, so that when I put the Distress Oxide over the top, which I did, and if you want to know which one I used, for this, I used the Price Ribbon Distress Oxide. Of course, you can just use the Distress Inks as well, entirely up to you. And what I was actually doing is, in order to sort of like put a hint in there, because I was using my little blending brushes to do the sides, when I finished doing the sides, I just picked it up from my glass mat, and so it wouldn't have too much on there, and I would just go over the stitching, okay, just over like that, and that's how I ended up getting that effect. So yeah, and the other one that I used, hang on, where did I put it? Here. This was actually out of a magazine, out of a die set. And I think I've actually still got it. Hang on a second, I'll just quickly see if I can get it. It was actually this set here out of a magazine. Now, I think this is the only one that I've got left. And I kind of enjoyed this one because, you know, you've got all these different dies to create all different types of labels for a bottle. So, you know, you've even got your stamps to go with it, and then some wordings to go. So, but yeah, that's what I got it out of. Now, I think I only got the one. I will double check, and I will let you know down below. So I'm selling these for $10 Australian dollars, okay? So if you wanted it, it's going to be probably first in, first served type situation, because yeah, I think this is the only one I've got left. So, but yeah, it was actually out of a magazine, and I'm actually helping out the news agency that I generally go to, because they can't sell them like this, so they're not allowed, and they wanted to get their money back. So yeah, as I say, I'm helping them out. So anyway, I will see you guys in the next video, and until then, you have an awesome time. Be creative, use that imagination, and I'll see you all later. Bye.